All right? I know all you motherfuckers out there, and I don't care. And Karen Reed, it's time for you to step up to the plate, my girl. Everyone's out here protecting your ass. You're giving nothing back to all of us. You're sitting back, and you know what I have. You know you were with the feds way before Alan Jackson came. And guess what? I'm tired of protecting your ass. I'm doing all this bullshit.
I think if Sean is tired of protecting Karen Reed's ass, then he should take it up with her personally. I don't think projecting it, speaking it loudly on his own channel is the way to go. Like, if he's got all these contacts and all these connections like he swears he does, then he should just message or call Karen Reed directly. Like, what's the deal? Why do I need to know that Sean has an issue with Karen Reed? Why do I need to know he's tired of protecting her ass? Like as if the Karen Reed case and, you know, all the way up to the appellate court, it's hanging by a string and Sean is controlling the string. Like, what is this? Like I know all this vital information to the Karen Reed case and I'm protecting it and I'm tired of protecting it for you, Karen. What is this?
And you came and fucking say you're sorry because my brother died. Yeah, that's right, Karen. All this shit I do, well, guess what? The gloves are off on you too, girl.
What is that? Is that it? Is that it, Sean? That your brother passed away and you feel you are owed condolences from Karen Reed? Is that what this is really about? You want to bring your grief on your YouTube channel and throw shade on Karen Reed while you also put her on the spot? And that you've got all this information in this case, and if it weren't for you, Karen Reed would not be protected? Like, I don't get this, guys. Like, like, if you participate in a movement, in a community in which the ultimate goal is for justice to prevail and for the truth to prevail, then why the hell are you expecting anything in return? I'm not expecting anything in return. I'm not offering memberships on my YouTube channel. I'm not offering anything. Like, I'm not offering merchandise. I ain't offering shit. I'm just speaking my mouth. I'm speaking through my mouth, out of my ass sometimes too, but I'm speaking, and some people like what I have to say, some people don't. And if it stays a small YouTube channel, so be it. I have zero expectations here. I've participated in protests far long before I ever participated in the Karen Reed case. The Karen Reed case is not my first rodeo. I participated in protests against the U.S. government. The Karen Reed case is not my first rodeo. And I know, as a protester, you ain't getting shit back. Like, duh. Like, you're either in it for the truth, to fight for the truth and to fight for victims, or you're not. And I understand plenty of people got involved in this case. Plenty of YouTube channels got involved in the Karen Reed case because they saw how viral things were going, how trendy things were becoming, and they considered the social clout they would gain from providing commentary on this case. And at no point was that part of my plan. At no point was that part of my agenda. I have zero agenda. My goal is to advocate for truth. Because again, the government fucking lies, people. The government fucking lies. Big surprise, the government lies to us. And sometimes when they lie to us, Some of us get locked up for no reason. People who commit murders get away with it because the government didn't do their job. That's the Karen Read case. That's the John O'Keefe case. And I live in Massachusetts. It's in my fucking backyard. Of course I'm going to be outraged. But I have zero expectations. If I'm going into it with expectations that somehow I'm going to make it out on top or I'm going to gain something from it, then I'm in it for the wrong fucking reasons.
That's right, Karen. I'm sorry, sweetheart. I know you're innocent, but you, my friend, better start giving back. And tell your fucking lawyers, Jackson and fucking David, to get off their ass. That's it. I don't care if I burn it down right now because that's who I am.
Yeah.
I'm gonna.
It's like, yeah, Sean, burn all those bridges. Who cares? Like, no, Sean, just call her up if you've got all those connections. Just call Karen Read up yourself. Don't put it on your fucking platform. Call her up yourself if you're so in the loop, if you're so connected. Tell her how you feel your damn self. Meet her in person. Tell her face to face. I don't need to fucking hear your personal problems with Karen Read when she's already been through enough bullshit. The entire reason we are all here talking about the Karen Read case, months after the trial, years after the event took place, is because of all the bullshit surrounding it, all the injustice surrounding it. I don't need more bullshit to be added into it unnecessarily, Sean. If you got an issue with Karen, take it up with her. Why are you going to throw it into the community, the people who follow you and watch you and respect you for what you've provided in the community? What is this? Do you want infighting? Do you want unnecessary drama in the Karen Read community, Sean?
Call a spade a spade. I'm going after both sides. Because this motherfucker's lit the fire. All right? You're all sitting back. Every last one of you, Altman, fucking DeAngelis, all you happy hushes, the Roccos. But where are the Roccos? Where was Altman the other night? Right? What's going on? Were their deals brokered? I know fucking the girl down at the Star driving paid him $1,500. And Aiden, I'm sorry, Bell. You got your sources, I got mine too, pal. All right? You came at me a fucking million times. If you want to be on my side, that's fine. You want to ridicule me and who I put on my show, that's fine too, pal. But I'm not taking any prisoners right now. I told you this was No Mercy Monday. No Mercy Monday. Right? You know what I have on my fucking phone? I got all the other side of my phone. I'm not going to give them up. But I know if Telly gets my fucking phone, he's going to be very surprised who's in my phone. All the women of the other side are in my phone. Karen McCormick knows. Twisted Tragedy, you know. Listen, I made it very, very clear that I supported Twisted. Right? But I'm going to tell you, Karen, right? This is the time, right? You got to give back and get off the fence, right? You're not going to get convicted. Stop playing the fucking games. You knew the feds were on your side. You knew you were a fucking witness for them. It's time to come clean. We've gone too fucking long with this little charade, right? And if any of this shit is true, well then fuck it. I don't give a shit. I will support you, but I'm going to support John O'Keefe because that's the only person that has been lost in this whole shuffle. His own family shit on him. The cops shit on him. No one's talking about him on your side, Karen. It's all the...
Yeah, inaccurate. That's an inaccurate statement, Sean. Nobody's talking about John O'Keefe on the Free Karen Read side. Yeah, either Sean doesn't go to these protests or he's misinformed. I don't know, but I've said it before. So often in these protests, the signs that read Free Karen Read, they will also read Justice for John O'Keefe. So many of these signs at these protests say Free Karen Read and Justice for John O'Keefe. Nobody is talking about John O'Keefe in the Free Karen Read movement. guys, like, this is not accurate. It's not accurate. And if you watch enough of my videos, you know how much I've talked about John O'Keefe. Part of the reason I got involved in advocating and speaking up was because of my compassion and empathy for the horrific death that John O'Keefe suffered. I felt empathy for him. Especially as I learned more about him, what a good person he was. Sean is not speaking accurately here. And if you're going to be a speaker in this community, you gotta make sure you're speaking accurately here. And if Sean has all the beans like he's alleging here, I've got all these people on my phone. I've got all these phone numbers. If the detectives knew what was on my phone, they would be shocked. Then spill the beans. Why doesn't Sean spill the beans? You know, like, why does it got to be up to Karen? I'm just saying, guys, like if Karen Reed has her own reasons for not offering all of the information, right? And Sean's got all this information, but he's not telling us everything either. Like, what the hell's going on then, Sean? Who's the hypocrite? Like, what is this? You're giving Karen Reed shit for not spilling the beans on what the feds know. But you're also saying you know what the feds know. Then why don't you spill the beans, Sean? Like, I'm just saying, guys, like obviously I'm frustrated with the feds too. Yeah, I'm waiting for their asses to tell us what's taking so long. But then again, look what they did with the Sandra Birchmore case. They didn't come forward until Sandra Birchmore's family paid for a secondary medical examination. The federal government wasn't going to do shit for the Sandra Birchmore case. It was going to remain a suicide inaccurately. It was going to remain a suicide until her family paid for an independent medical examination. That is the only reason the feds stepped in. Okay, guys? I don't know what's going to take the feds to step in for the Karen Reed case, the John O'Keefe case, but there's obviously some shit going on. And we all know that ARCA exonerated Karen Reed. But you know, the federal process is way different than the state process. And Sean is making it seem like Karen Reed was never going to get locked up. That's not true. This isn't like some charade, some show, and it was all for naught, and Karen Reed was never actually in peril. That's not true. Karen Reed is still in peril. Her freedom is still on the line. Because say the feds do eventually come forward, it could take them years to come forward. And in those years, Karen might be incarcerated unnecessarily. You get what I'm saying, guys? Like Sean wants to act like he's got all this inside info. And he's pissed at Karen Reed because she's got all this inside info. And she's not spilling the beans, but so too is Sean not spilling the beans. Like, what is this but a circular, needless argument on Sean's part? I'm saying if he wants to throw down, at least be accurate, Sean, and at least don't be a hypocrite.
Big show for you. And I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I've had it. Life is too short, Karen. Get your head out of your ass and come forward. You're not guilty, so stop hiding. Stop hiding the evidence that you're sitting on, that Josh Levy has. You said to me that they had wiretaps on Morrissey. You said to me that that Lally was hiding the ball, right? You said it to a lot of people. Now come forward, right, and stop having me explain to 1,000 to 5,000 people that I'm not crazy, because I have what you gave Natalie, and so doesn't fucking Tully. Those are your words. You're not that educated, Karen, in the federal law. And you're talking about wiretaps. You're talking about fucking Morrissey's cell phone and his office phones. Now, if you lied, then that's on you. I don't believe you did, because you never thought that would get out, right? Aiden lied to me, and you lied to me. That's it, right? I'm not going to any dinners. I don't give a fuck about dinners. I buried 2 people in my life this year. I'm about to bury someone else, right? I'm sick and tired of getting out here and with no support. And you keep coming to the plate with nothing in return. Anyways.
Yeah, so if I were Karen Reed and I had a supporter who went above and beyond to defend me and to defend my innocence and to get the truth out about my case, but then that same supporter flipped and said, I need to get my shit together and I need to tell people what's really going on, and that he's tired of supporting me, he's tired of not getting anything back, I would be like, why the hell are you my supporter then? I would be... I'm sorry, guys. I'd be like, okay, bye. Like as if Sean has a camera on Karen Reed and he knows what she's doing all damn day. We don't know what the fuck she's up to. We don't know what the hell she's going through. We know what she was dealt. We know the bullshit she's had to handle in this case. We know that she's been through enough bullshit, Sean. How are we going to sit here as content creators and say, Karen Reed's just sitting on her ass? You know, she ain't doing shit for us. What the hell is that? Like you know everything, Sean. Like you know everything that's going on. And you know everything she's up to. And she's just over there being a lazy ass while we are all speaking on her behalf and we're all in her defense. Like if you go into a movement expecting something in return, then you are going for the wrong fucking reasons. You don't go into something to help somebody and expect something in return for helping them. That's the wrong fucking idea. I would not want supporters like Sean. I wouldn't. I would not want supporters like Sean just supporting me and advocating for me and showing me love only to lose their shit one day because they feel like I haven't given anything in return or that I owe them something. None of us owes Karen Reed anything. Are you fucking serious? Like, no, like... This ain't right, guys, and that's why I made this video. It's not right. Sean's a great guy. He's provided vital information into this community, and he's still important. But in this moment, in those few minutes, he lost his shit over Karen Reed. Sean was talking out of his ass, and I would tell it to his face. Like, he's the only guy around here doing this shit and not getting much back in return. Like, come on, give me a fucking break. She's been through enough, Sean. And I don't know about you, Sean, but plenty of Karen Reed supporters also mourn for John O'Keefe. We also want justice for John O'Keefe. And I say this in my videos, guys, like the last thing we need to do is be like the McCabe's and the Alberts and Higgins. The last thing we need to do is be full of shit ourselves or be prone to violence ourselves, because what ultimately happened to John O'Keefe was violent and it was bullshit. And what has happened to Karen Reed since that morning was violent and bullshit. Being incarcerated for something you didn't do is violence. It's bullshit. Having your freedom taken away for something you did not do is violence and bullshit. John O'Keefe died because of violence and bullshit. So if you're going to be in this community advocating for Karen Reed and John O'Keefe, the least you can do is not be violent and not be full of shit. Don't contribute to the bullshit, Sean. That's all I got to say. Thank you for watching.